Former passengers and potential cases are now being monitored around the world as the CDC classified the situation as a level 3 emergency response. We'll break down what that means to you. And this morning, that ship is on its way to the Canary Islands, where Spanish health officials are preparing for isolated evacuations. Maggie Rulli is there on the scene standing by. But first, Victor Kendo starts us off. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Michael. One more suspected case reported overnight. A passenger who disembarked in the remote island of Tristan da Cunha. It's in the South Atlantic. This is the response from health officials here at home. Ramps up. This morning, sources say the CDC has classified the hantavirus outbreak as a level 3 emergency response, meaning the risk to the general public remains low but is being closely monitored. Teams of scientists and physicians have been activated as they race to stop the spread of the virus. U.S. health officials now monitoring at least 7 Americans in 5 states, including Arizona, California, Virginia, Texas, and Georgia, for possible infections, though none have shown symptoms. They are among the 30 former passengers who left the Dutch cruise ship on April 24th in St. Helena, a remote island in the South Atlantic, part of a group traveling to a dozen different countries, leaving public health officials scrambling to complete contact tracing. One of those known to have left from St. Helena is a Dutch woman whose husband is believed to be the first to die from the virus after possibly contracting it from rodents at a landfill during a bird watching stop. He died on board April 11th. Ruhi Chenet was on board and noticed fellow passengers attempting to comfort the man's widow.
Everyone was trying to support her socially, giving her hugs, talking to her at every meal, and that's when it got really dangerous.
Ruhi was on the same flight as her from St. Helena to Johannesburg 13 days later.
I saw her health deteriorating. I saw her in a wheelchair while she was boarding the plane. She was having hard times to stand upright, and she looked really ill.
2 days later, she died after trying to catch a flight home from Johannesburg to her native Netherlands. She was turned away for being too ill. Despite the 12 total cases, 3 deaths, and the growing list of those quarantining in the U.S. and abroad, the World Health Organization maintains this is not a pandemic.
This is not coronavirus. This is a very different virus. This is not the start of a COVID pandemic. This is an outbreak that we see on a ship.
One of the passengers aboard the ship, currently on its way to Spain, telling ABC News everyone is maintaining high spirits, saying it doesn't feel different than any of the other sea days we had before. People are smiling and taking the situation calmly, adding, "We now have specialists on board. No one currently has any hunter-related symptoms, and everyone is wearing masks, especially when inside the ship, and keeping a safe distance."